y'all doing? This is Coach D from Code 31 Media TV Podcast. This is the 5th episode of Code 31 Media TV Podcast, only on S.STREET Media. I got very special guests in the building. Introduce yourself, young lady.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dina from Creations Magazine.
And
I'm S.STREET, Mr. Creation Magazine.
I want to welcome my guests to the show, but before I do all that, I want to say to my mom who's in the hospital, I want you to get better and get home. I want to say thank you to Hot Granny and Joe, who are the sponsors of this show from Midwest Superb Cleaning Services. They are sponsoring all my shows for this month. And I want to say rest in peace to Hot Granny's mom. And I want to tell y'all, like, cherish life. You know what I'm saying? Every day that you have 24 hours a day, cherish that. You know what I mean? But Dina,
Hey.
back to you. I want to tell y'all, this young lady, she gave me an opportunity to be featured in her magazine, Creations Magazine, a couple of years ago. And I truly appreciate that. You know, doing my own clothing line, Code 31 Apparel /EPA. That was an amazing experience for me to work with her, to work with all the photographers, all the models and stuff like that.
You.
So we definitely got to revisit that. It's been a minute. We definitely got to revisit that. But Dina, let them know a little bit about you, your background, and what made you want to do Creations Magazine.
Well, how it first started out for me is, let me see, because I do a lot of things, so I got to think about this for a little bit. When Creations came about, I was starting off as a designer, and when you're a designer and stuff, you know, sometimes it's hard for people to rock with you when you're brand new. So I'm always the type of person that's like, if you need something done, do it yourself.
Yes.
So the main thing I needed was like a collage, like a good media presence. So I'm like, where's the photographers at? And I'm meeting all these photographers that want an arm and a leg for not even the quality work that I visioned. So I said, okay, I got to become a photographer. So I ended up becoming a photographer. I ended up getting with my uncle-in-law because he's a big designer. And he brought me to, I'm going to mention it, it's Fashion on the Hudson with Sophia Davis. And it changed my life. When I walked in there and saw all that great Black African-American things going on, I was like, where have y'all been all my life? It was just something. You just get that feeling when you're there. And I just felt like this is it for me. So I went and I auditioned for like a position to be a designer, but at the time I wasn't ready. But me being as anxious as I always am, I'm like, I'm getting in the magazine. I'm doing something. I said, you know what? I'm going to start my own magazine. I remember telling my mom and my sister about it, and they were like, okay, that must be nice, you know?
Right.
I had no idea it was going to go the way that it went.
Yes.
I met amazing people.
Yes.
It was like I got with other individuals who just understood my vision. I mean, I praised the God, and God gave me the words for me to be able to tell these people this. And to this day, I've had people rock with me, and it ain't never been about the money.
Yes.
And Creations is just really built off of, I would say, God's blessings, because I don't know how I did it. I could tell you the steps, but some people be like, and that works? I'm like, and it did. I don't know.
Yeah, so. Like if somebody wanted to start their own magazine, like what would be the best advice you could give them?
Honestly, build your team. Don't just think you're going to go in this by yourself, because even though you can go in it by yourself, don't get me wrong, but like God said, he works in numbers. He wants to work in that. When he bless, he wants to bless in abundance, you know? So if you really want to get this going and like, you know, build your team. But do it yourself if you have to, because there's plenty of time. Like, for instance, I had a 15-man team. I'm down to four strong individuals, and it's the best team I've ever had.
And how many years you been doing this?
10 years.
10.
This is the 10-year mark.
10-year anniversary coming up this year?
Yes, June 6th.
Yes, congrats. So what you got a celebration coming up?
Oh, I got something fire. We going to talk, too, because we going to do something together.
Okay.
So we got some fire.
Okay. So if you could tell somebody the pros and cons of doing your own magazine.
Ooh. The pros of it all is if you love it, you're going to love the journey. It's going to be amazing. It's going to take some time, but the growth is going to make you just be like, ooh, yes. Dude. Every time I shoot, I turn into somebody different. It's so funny. My team just be like, we just waiting for that scream, and I see that picture, and I'm just like, that's it. And then boom. So you're going to love the journey, and it just keeps hitting at me. But the cons of it all is the people along the way. There's going to be a lot of, it's going to be a lot of people that are for you at times, seasonal. And then there's some people that just was never for you or so. So the cons of it all is just deciphering.
So how do you decipher like who's really there for you, or so who's faking to get something from you, and then you find out they wasn't really real?
You know what it is? It's like it comes a time, because I think you and I are a lot similar. We got that heart. So when we meet somebody and they talking that good and they spitting that good, we want to give them everything. We like, I'll take you with me.
Yes.
We want to feed them.
Yes.
You know, it's like, hey, come eat at my table. I just cooked the whole meal. Come to my party. You know? But it comes to a point now, I'm realizing that you got to protect God's blessing, because there are some people that are really meant to go with you. Like right now, it's not just about me. I always say it's not about me. My kids, I sacrifice so much. I mean, getting my kids the Jordans that I knew I could get them because I'm paying for a studio to get photo shoots and stuff done, you know? So I sacrifice for them. I remember I told my son one time, I was like, you know how they say, shop for it, look for the house you're gonna live in and stuff. When I started, my son was 7. Now he's 17. He's like, Mom, where I'm going in that room? And I'm like, dang, I spent all this time on this magazine. But let me tell you, so let me just try to cut it a little short. How you will know is that you gotta remember that it's not just you. Because when God puts that team together, now you got people on your back, and everybody has to be a strong front. So when anybody comes around and they're talking the good stuff and stuff, it's time to get that suit of armor. And the only way that you can start like kind of breaking the pieces off and stuff like that is when they keep passing the tests. It's time to just give them, it's time to give levels to this. You know, I'll give you a bag of chips right for now, but don't underestimate me, because I could give you my whole table. You can come sit at my table and be family with me. But for now, you're going to take this water and chips and show me what you can do with that, you know? And then you'll know, because you give them that chip and water and they go, oh man, she had this whole feast and she want to give me chips. Some of them are just grateful just to get the chips and water.
But you know what's crazy? I always I reach out to people first, and I'm like, yo, come with me. You know what I'm saying? Be my cameraman and come with me to these events. And I got I got to work. And then as everything started coming together for me, they stopping me in the middle of the street like, yo, Dawn, yo, D, Code 31, I believe in you now. Let's work.
Let's work. Nah.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. I just had to get the scraps together. Right. And then I formulated, okay, I got the ingredients now for the food. Now I got the food, and I'm cooking it. Now I'm getting everything together. Now the meal is cooked. I'm getting ready to sit down and eat, and now you want to eat with me?
I know. You know what I say to that, though? But you know what's weird to that? And I'm finding that it's really working, and it's the longevity. I learned this from a mentor of mine, that, you know how they say God will even bless you with your enemies? Or people that's not even really for you? So sometimes, even though that person wasn't with you in the beginning or so, it's okay. Because God's going to show you who is for you. And you're going to grow regardless. Ain't nobody going to stop that. It don't matter how long it goes or how many. It's going to happen. As long as you want it to happen and you and God got this understanding, it's happening. Regardless.
But what do you do, like, if you have people that are just distractions, or just out there just trying to sabotage your name with lies and stuff?
Let me tell you, I ignore them. I completely ignore them. I block them and I ignore them, and I promise you, when I take a trip around the block real quick, I'll be like, y'all still here? I didn't win here. You still there? See, if I would have sat and entertained you, I'd have been right with you. Or
it is the craziness that I have endured, and I'm gonna share this with you tonight. I've gotten hate emails. I've gotten people making fake pages trying to come for the people that I've interviewed. And I don't understand. Like, if you know me as a person, you know, first of all, I'm not even gonna make a fake page to come. If I know you, I have your number. We can talk on the phone, or we can meet up. I'm never gonna waste my time to make a fake page. So for these people to be so invested in code like that, I'm
let
confused.
me tell you, Dawn, let me tell you, right? And this is how that's how you know you got something. That's how you know you got something. Let me tell you, right? When I first started, it was this big photographer, better than me, really good photographer. I really wanted to work with this person a lot, you know? This person came against me, for me, and teamed up with a designer. Like, they were supposed to be a part of the team and came against me. I've had so many people do that. I ignored. I ignored. They went on social media, blasted us, blasted my sister. Personally came for us, calling my sister ugly, like things that
there's
were
a 42-minute video out there based on me with lies and stuff, but it's okay.
Block them. I promise you. And you know what too? It's a test. Like I said, it's a test. You're gonna have stuff like this. What happens when you become like Beyonce got the world against her, the Illuminati and this and that and all that, Jay and them. It's gonna happen. That's how you know you got something. Just block them. Keep it moving, because all that is a distraction.
It is.
Get those distractions out of here. You do not belong in my world. You out of here.
Like I said, I'm doing great. I'm gonna be in 4 movies this year.
Yes.
So God is good.
That's why it's happening. That's how you know you just as good as the people that come up against you. You know, like, because like they say, you ain't gonna come for nothing. Like, you coming this strong because you're trying to stop something. Evil's trying to stop something.
Yes.
Great. You got this. No worries. Block
we got your other half here.
Yeah.
So let's let him get on and say a few things. So, Spud, let the world know who you are and what your background and everything.
Well, I go by the name SPUD. I'm from Far Rock. Originally from Southside, but I rap Far Rock and Southside. I'm an artist, a dad, entrepreneur. On my own record label, my own clothing line. I'm here to support her, put me on the spot.
You here, so we
I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it.
Of the dynasty.
But I'm an artist. I'm an artist first. I love music.
Okay.
That's my first love. I moved on to owning my own record label. Because I'm not dealing with none of these labels and the deals that they was trying to give me. I wasn't trying to deal with that.
Yes.
I started my own clothing brand. It's TitoClothing.com. It's what I got on right now. My big got on right now. I got some other things in the works. I got some other projects I'm working on.
What does the clothing line stand for?
Okay, so it's TETO, which stands for To Each Their Own. Okay. So it's basically, if you like it, I love it. And for example, you see how this X is red?
Yes.
If you didn't want it red, you could turn it blue, yellow, orange, green, camouflage, whatever. That's what To Each Their Own. Okay. You know what I mean? So I give people designs and I give them the option to do the color variation.
Nice.
So you could say, all right, I don't want a black one. I want a camouflage one, but I want this to be yellow. Okay. It may not be on the website, but if that's what you want, I give it to you. So To Each Their Own.
I like that. And how long you been an artist?
Well, I've been an artist all my life. Okay. A lot of people know my dad on SPUD. He was a rapper turned DJ. Yes. He was a big influence to me. He got his own block in Far Rockaway, a whole block. He was one of the hip hop pioneers. They put his picture up. Shout out to Ralph McDaniels.
Nice.
Yeah, Uncle Ralph.
Nice.
Had him as one of the hip hop pioneers. Put his picture up in the library, Queens Library.
Nice.
So since I was 13 years old, he had his own club, and I used to DJ in the club. And I would still go to school, get good grades, but by the time I was like 17, I started rapping because I got tired of hearing the same thing on the radio. You know what I mean? I'm driving around with my friends, same song playing, so we would just start freestyling. I started rapping. Probably a little bit later in life, I took it more seriously. Okay. And so I'm on YouTube and Instagram and all that.
Well, shout out to your dad. This is a small world because he was very close with my brother, Mark Ellison. We're gonna turn that off.
A lot of people knew who he was. He was everywhere.
Yes.
I'm still surprised to this day. People still, they run up to me and like, I know who your dad was. And they, it's never sad. I mean, he passed away in 2020.
Yes.
But it's never sad because the stories they have always make me smile.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's always good things they say about them. And, every time somebody comes to me, they have a story. It's never like, oh, what's up with your dad? No, it's like, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what he did this time. So I love it.
Same with my brother. Everybody comes up to me with different stories of how like if they would. Okay, so my brother was a basketball coach also, and he would always tell the kids, Coach Mark, but he was a correction officer. So if you get arrested
Nice.
Officer Ellison.
Right.
So they didn't get the differentiation
Right.
until they got arrested. So he would hem them up and then, you know what I'm saying, then take them out to selling and feed them and stuff. But it was funny because before he passed, he was like, you know, Mikey D and Roxanne Shantae, and he was naming all the Kid Creole. And I'm like, whatever, Mark. And then after he passed, I met all these people.
And they knew him.
And Mikey D was like, I remember when I got arrested, he used to take me out my cell. They thought I was a snitch. I was dying. So, like, I love those stories. And, you know, Roxanne Shantae, her son played for my brother's basketball team, and I think Stephon Marbury's nephew played for him. So he coached so many kids all over New York, and it was funny.
I remember him.
Yes, it was funny because he would say, like, he would take kids nobody would want and make them great into student athletes. And then he would say, here comes these coaches like Christopher Columbus has discovered America.
Right.
And I would get upset because I'm like, yo, you was trash. Nobody wanted you. My brother made you good. And now you want to leave? And my brother, he would always say, let them go. They just making room for the next one. So after he passed, I took over his program, basketball program, and I had the same blueprint, you know. And we took over 200 kids that summer. And we were champions, and it was everybody would tell me, you know, you can't fill his shoes. But I'm like, first of all, I'm not trying to fill my brother's shoes.
Right.
But if he taught me everything I know, why you doubting me?
Right.
You know? But being a female from Southside and killing these male coaches, they had issues with me, and I get it.
I tell you,
same thing with my pops. Like you know, my pops have his own street sign. You know, shout out to Kenny for getting that done. But everybody expect me to kind of be like him, you know, kind of hit them with the rhymes he had. Like, you know, he always hit him with a riddle, with a riddle, giving them advice and things like that. Sometimes people would run from him because they know he's going to talk so long. But it was always a good way. It wasn't a bad way.
Right.
But, yeah, they expect me to fill his shoes. I do the best I can because I've been around so much. Everything he's ever taught me just consumed in me when he passed.
But you know what? It's not even about you filling his shoes. You continuing his legacy, but you're doing it in your own way. That's how I do it with my brother. I'm never gonna be my brother, but he taught me everything. We went in this tournament. I remember Take It to the Hoop back in the day. And they lost the first day, and my brother goes, I'm bringing my baby sister tomorrow. It was like your baby sister. So we take the whole tournament. I hit the game-winning shot. We jumping up and down, and I said to my brother, I think I was like 14. He's 8 years older than me. And I said, Mark, I'm not doing this no more. We doing all the work, and your friends get the jackets and the trophies.
Oh, yeah.
Cracking up. But he had me playing against grown men since I was 12.
Wow.
So that's why I like dominated when I played in high school and college, and like I always talk about my brother, but my parents always been instrumental in my life also. But it was my brother.
Right.
He was like, if you gonna hang with me, you gonna do what I do. So I played baseball. He threw the baseball at me. Boom. I'm like, you know, I'm not going to quit, but I'm going to tell Dad if you hit me. You know what I'm saying? And I got my one victory against him at York College. Because I used to coach at York College. That's all you need is that one victory over your brother.
Just so you got that story to hang over his head.
So
like,
what's next for Creations Magazine?
Dawn, I think the next thing is to go mainstream, like really big with it. I have some real things like up my sleeve a little bit. So I think to go real mainstream, a lot of people gonna get to know us. A lot of people get to know. All right. And when can they reach you guys on social media?
Well,
I'm at Creations. Everything is Creations Magazine. No E, no A. It's CR8, the number 8, and then Shun, TIONS Magazine. That's on Instagram.
I'm on TikTok right now because you got a TikTok page. So let them know your TikTok page.
It's all the same. Creation Magazine.
Y'all go follow Creations Magazine. And where can they reach you?
You could just Google me. I'm joking. I'm Spud Sleepy. I'm Spud Sleepy on Instagram and Spud Sleepy on Facebook.
Okay. I don't know where my engineer went, but I want to thank you guys for coming on tonight. And before y'all go, I need y'all to say on 3, it's code 31 for me. Ready?
Got you.
1, 2, 3.
It's code 31.
Hey,
It's code 31 for me. She's like, nope. All right, my bad.
And this is Kaylee. She got her own page, too.
Kaylee, you got your own page? You want to see your page?
Her page
That's
is
mommy
more
little
popular
model.
than mine.
I
No.
Her
She's
page-
also a model.
Yeah.
her page,
For the
her
family.
page on Instagram is Kaylee's_world.
Y'all go follow all of their pages.
Yeah, she be doing
And
little
listen,
skits and stuff.
we are live on S.STREET Media on YouTube. Guys, y'all go to S.STREET Media so y'all can see us live on YouTube. TikTok. Listen, y'all can't say that I don't be coming through for y'all. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I got Dina and
Yeah,
Spud
yeah,
from
yeah.
Creations Magazine.
God.
Kaylee.
And Kaylee.
She was just sleeping in the car.
Oh, okay. She was just
She looked.
and we got Lance up next.
Nice.
Listen, he is the creator. Hold on, let me show y'all my jacket, okay? Okay. You see the Coach D, you know, the embroidery. He made that for me. And then you see that? He made that for me. And then hold on, I'm gonna take it off so y'all can see the back. And this is my old jacket. This is an old jacket, guys. But he made this for me. He is the creator of this jacket.
Nice.
So he's up next, guys. So y'all stay tuned. It's Coach D and it's code 31. We'll be right back.
Bye-bye.
Are we still going? Okay. Well, we won't be right back. We're going to keep on talking. So I'm going to put my jacket back on and I'm going to tell y'all about my magazines. This was the first issue that I did in October
Nice.
of last year because I was working with other magazines and you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say I wasn't appreciated, but I wasn't appreciated.
Gotcha.
So,
ooh, I know about
Shout
that.
out to Jerry Fontillo, my guy from Super Ugly.
Oh, yeah,
He
Jerry.
found the blueprint to make your
Nice.
own magazine.
Yes.
And so I created my own magazine, and I put myself on the cover with KRS One.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I wanted to be on the cover of a magazine.
Yes.
We're good
yes.
now? Go on. Okay, so now we're going to go to break. But that's what I wanted to tell y'all. Believe in yourself first. Trust in God. Keep good people around you. Manifest everything you want. And great things will come to you in your life.
Amen.
All right?
Amen. Yes.
And now we go on to break.
Down and it is what it is. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh, now don't make this an uproar. Way before an outpour. When they want an encore, I wish they would support more. Screaming niggas ain't shit, but who showed you crown? Said the nigga violated. What the hell you waiting on? You don't even answer or pick up when that nigga call. You already know why. That's because you hear more. When you rang your sheriff, yeah, I better not get a call. Got no explanation for you or your in-law. No disrespect, I know your niggas see the rapport. Don't get mad at me just because she wanna chill more. She gon' bust it for a nigga Cardi with the weapon on. Now they wanna blame me just because she out more. She like shit been slow, shady from the gate, so it don't even matter when gon' pull up, got his wins low. He don't be around, so I know what it's hitting for. Why you even hit, oh baby girl, keep it simple. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh, why do all the frontin' acting like you really lit? Stop playing games if you ain't really with the shits. But if I hold it down, then it is what it is. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh, why do all the frontin' acting like you really lit? Stop playing games if you ain't really with the shits. But if I hold it down, then it is what it is. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Them homegirls that be like, hey friend, long time no see. Gotta play it off like you tryna be nosy. But any other time they would never approach me. Not here for the bullshit or extra story. Don't wanna hear shit about a nigga in his glory. That type of talk says to be the shit that bore me. Till they wanna drink and get hot and get cozy. Cause if you shoot your shot, that's a foul. And one, she send them on a text like good morning, handsome. Cause ain't shit happening just to happen random. But I ain't playing nothing. Said her shit was on quick, but why even tease? I thought cause wanna have fun. Stop frontin', this ain't hard class. I don't need a bypass. Tryna catch a climax, don't ignore a big fact. Leave that shit at home with you, check that shit at the door. Yeah, I'm on my bullshit, treat it like a matador. Now what you pulling up for? Oh. Why do all the front acting like you really lit? Stop playing games if you ain't really with the shits. But if I hold it down, then it is what it is. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh, now don't make this an uproar. Way before an outpour. When they want an encore, I wish they would support more. Screaming niggas ain't shit, but who showed you crown? Said the nigga violated, what the hell you waiting on? You don't even answer or pick up when that nigga call. You already know why, that's because you hear more. When you ring your sheriff, yeah, I better not get a call. Got no explanation for you or your in-law. No disrespect, I know your niggas see the rapport. Don't get mad at me just because she wanna chill more. She gon' bust it for a nigga Cardi with the weapon on. Now they wanna blame me just because she out more. She like shit been slow, shady from the gate, so it don't even matter when come pull up, got his wins low. He don't be around, so I know what it's hitting for. Why you even hit, oh baby girl, keep it simple. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh, why do all the front acting like you really lit? Stop playing games if you ain't really with the shits. But if I hold it down, then it is what it is. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh, why do all the front acting like you really lit? Stop playing games if you ain't really with the shits. But if I hold it down, then it is what it is. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Them homegirls that be like, hey friend, long time no see. Gotta play it off like you're trying to be nosy. But any other time they would never approach me. Not here for the bullshit or extra story. Don't wanna hear shit about a nigga in his glory. That type of talk, sis, to be the shit that bore me. Till they wanna drink and get hot and get cozy. Cause if you shoot your shot, that's a foul. And one, she send them on a text like good morning, handsome. Cause ain't shit happening just to happen random. But I ain't playing nothing. Said her shit was on quick, but why even tease? I thought cause wanna have fun. Stop frontin', this ain't hard class. I don't need a bypass. Trying to catch a climax, don't ignore big fact. Leave that shit at home with you, check that shit at the door. Yeah, I'm on my bullshit, treat it like a matador. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh, why do all the frontin' acting like you really? Stop playing games if you ain't really with the. But if I hold it down, then it is what it is. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh, why do all the front acting like you really? Stop playing games if you ain't really with them. If I hold it down, then it is what it is. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Now what you pulling up for? Why do all the front acting like you really lit? Stop playing games if you ain't really with the shits. But if I hold it down, then it is what it is. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh, now don't make this an uproar. Way before an outpour. When they want an encore, I wish they would support more. Screaming niggas ain't shit, but who showed you crown? Said the nigga violated, what the hell you waiting on? You don't even answer or pick up when that nigga call. You already know why, that's because you hear more. When you ring your sheriff, yeah, I better not get a call. Got no explanation for you or your in-law. No disrespect, I know your niggas see the rapport. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh.
Wonder, did you make
Why do all the front acting like you really lit? Stop playing games if you ain't really with the shits. But if I hold it down, then it is what it is. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh, now don't make this an up. poor. When they want an encore, I wish they would support more. Screaming niggas ain't shit, but who showed you crown? Said the nigga violated, what the hell you waiting on? You don't even answer or pick up when that nigga call. You already know why, that's because you hear more. When you rang your sheriff, yeah, I better not get a call. Got no explanation for you or your in-law. No disrespect, I know your niggas see the rapport. Don't get mad at me just because she wanna chill more. She gon' bust it for a nigga Cardi with the weapon on. Now they wanna blame me just because she out more. She like shit been slow, shady from the gate, so it don't even matter when come pull up, got his wins low. He don't be around, so I know what it's hitting for. Why you even hit, oh baby girl, keep it simple. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for? Oh, why do all the frontin' acting like you really lit? Stop playing games if you ain't really with the shits. But if I hold it down, then it is what it is. We don't got time for the irrelevant shit. Now what you pulling up for? Oh, what you pulling up for?
And we are back. Code 31 Media TV podcast. 5th episode, only on S.STREET Media. I hope y'all on YouTube watching. I hope you're enjoying the show. Shout out to Dina and Spud and her daughter for coming through from Creations Magazine. We're going to be teaming up to do something special real soon. Y'all stay tuned for that. But now I have another special guest. Introduce yourself, young man.
Hi, my name is Lance. As many people might know me, I'm a designer and creator of many things.
Can you hear him?
Yes.
Okay. And you also, okay, listen, me and Lance, we go back many, many years. And he's one of my first designers of my clothing. And he actually created this jacket for me. So I want you to let people know how you got into doing embroidery and vinyl and all that, and how we came to making this jacket.
Wow. Okay, well, let me start at the beginning. I first worked on Jamaica Avenue. Mm-hmm. It was the spot, the cultural hotspot mm-hmm. where you can get a job. I started at a jacket store, moved on to a hat store, and then, you know, they sold shirts. I had went to a mall, and the guy saw me, and I just asked for a job. And I was fascinated by the machines that I saw because, you know, the embroidery machine is quite intimidating. There are 16 colors of thread on there. Got hired, quickly rose through the ranks because I actually understood design and customer interaction. You know, I would talk nicely to customers, unlike how my boss was. And and then from there on in, you know, being the type of person that I am, I always try to master my craft. So I would spend my time learning everything I could about graphic design, color theory, marketing.
And how did you do that?
All on YouTube.
Okay.
Luckily,
YouTube University.
Yeah, YouTube University, but also real life, you know.
Right.
Because whatever I would learn on YouTube, I would try to put in practice, but then a person would show up and they would make this ridiculous request for me. And I'm the type that almost doesn't give up. So I persist and I keep trying to figure out how to solve the problem. And that's why after about a decade and a half, I stand here now as a man that's in full control and in full mastery over the skill. Because, and I could say that, even though I might sound arrogant, I can say that because
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But I can say that. I can say that wholeheartedly because I have spent a decade and a half making all the mistakes you can possibly make. Every single mistake that you can make, I've made it, and that is why I could say I'm very good at what I do.
And do you think you can teach somebody that has no clue what they're doing to 100%, do this?
100%.
Okay, so we gonna put that in motion because right here, I want to learn. And he's the master. He gonna teach. Now y'all heard him. Now he gonna show me what to do, so I can learn how to do all this stuff for my clothing line, and then teach you guys what to do.
Yes.
But like, I was trying to say, like with the heat transfers, that's like the what am I looking for? Like the most inexpensive way to start a brand.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I've doing this. You meet all types of people from all types of profession. I see that this happens a lot with, for example, print stores with no restaurants and etc. As a embroidery and t-shirt printer, I get to meet a lot of other people, and we all make phone calls. We all outsource work to each other. So I'm part of that network where if you want something like that made, I know
Yes.
exactly who to call to get that
Yeah,
done.
so we gonna work on that because I want to get these made inexpensive, and I want to show other people how to create clothing lines, magazines, whatever for inexpensive, because a lot of people don't have money like that. You know what I mean? And I've noticed on TikTok, like these people will go viral, and these clothing lines so thirsty, they charging them $50-$60 for a
Yeah.
hoodie. How are they supposed to make money?
Yeah.
So this is where I come in, and I bring you in to show me how to get the heat transfer for inexpensive, and show these people how to develop their own clothing lines and still keep money in their pocket and make money. You know,
Yes.
that's the key thing, to help each other build and make revenue, not have somebody come in and take. Like, how are you supposed to make money if they charge you $60 for the hoodie?
Yeah, exactly, and that's just squeezing blood out of
Yes.
stone. You know,
Yes.
and that's
So
that's
this is where I
unfortunate.
need you to come in, Lance, to help me create different heat transfers and to show other people how to make, or to generate heat transfers where they can put them on T-shirts like this and be able to afford to make their money.
Well, yes, indeed. I have been thinking about it. I wanted to record a master class where I teach all of my knowledge.
Yes.
Going from a vinyl cutter to an embroidery machine to everything that I know, basically.
So why we can't do that?
Yeah.
I think we need to work on that.
what's
Because
the
see,
generic-
this is my vision, guys, and I already told Lance. If God sees for workers' comp to settle me out at a good rate, I'm gonna have I'm a manifester. We're not even gonna say I'm manifesting it. I'm gonna have my own storefront with my clothing. Everything is gonna have embroidery, silk screen, vinyl, all that, and this is gonna be my partner. Okay. And he's gonna put everything in motion and teach me what I need, and that we gonna have our storefront. Shout out to Hot Granny, because this was her vision for me. And so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna manifest a storefront. We're gonna manifest a new home for me, and we're gonna manifest a new home for him as well. And we're gonna build this up, and we're gonna kill a clothing line like we did back in the day. You know what I mean? So tell them about how you did my jacket.
Well, okay, so this piece right here is actually when I got to Jamaica Avenue, I thought I was all that, I was still pretty young and not knowing a lot of things. I was arrogant, and I just had the pleasure of meeting a gentleman by the name of Peter Banner, if you remember.
Yes, Peter. Shout out to Peter Banner.
Peter Banner,
Yes.
the man, the legend.
Yes.
Anytime I would be there, every now and then a customer would throw shade. Oh, Peter Banner could do it. And I'm like, who the hell is this Peter Banner? I need to meet this man. Always being compared to him and measured up to him. And, I had the opportunity. He actually came to me, and we both extended an olive branch to each other. And I said,
Yes.
man, I have my customers. And he said, yeah, that's cool. Matter of fact, I'll send you some of mine, because we all have headache
Yes,
customers that we
yes,
bounce back and
yes.
forth. But it was an olive branch. It wasn't more of a nemesis type of relationship we had. And I visited his shop one day, and I looked at how people praised him. And when I was at his shop, I've seen things in his display window. I'm like, what the heck is this? This looks like what do you call that? Rockaware, Fat Farm Baby. It was so well done, so professionally well done.
Yes.
And this piece right here is a direct inspiration by what I've seen. He did things with fabric on a jacket, and at that point in time, I wasn't taught by a mentor. So everything I am, I'm self-taught. But when I saw him do those things there, I immediately went home and I started to experiment. Frustrating, wasted fabric, and everything and whatever, to learn more about it to become better. So I am only where I am with embroidery because I saw Peter Banner.
Show
So this piece over here is me really flexing. Once I was confident in what I did. This piece I wanted to make a mixed media. I took fabric here. I used twill for the hat. I used felt because I wanted a nice texture here. And this used to be brown leather, but since this jacket is about 10 years, how old is this?
Maybe 6 or 7 years
6 or 7 years old,
maybe.
yeah.
Or more, could be.
It was a mixed media of twill,
the lips were
felt.
made of leather, but the leather came
Yeah.
off, But it's okay. It still looked good.
Yeah,
And I drew that, by the way.
And then to top it off, and this is an artwork that Don had made. So And then to top it off, I encountered studs from Manhattan. So I put that in his ear, just like a nice extra piece as an earring.
Yes.
Just so this was my greatest creation.
So now we
far.
gotta update it, with a new jacket and probably do the girl character on there too.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But
so
this is my greatest creation yet. Yes, indeed.
I appreciate that. Yeah. So what's next for you, Lance?
Oof. Well, what is next for me? I have I feel like it's time to retire out of the t-shirt game. That's why
retire.
Yeah. About a decade.
You can't retire.
I have about a decade of experience.
Nah, you can't retire yet. So we got things to do.
But that's why I wanted to create a master class where I teach everything that I know. Just give it on to the generation. Let them go.
Okay. So then what you gonna do if you don't want to do t-shirts anymore?
I'll move on to the digital creation. So, I've been a creator all my life.
Like in what way?
Digital creation in terms of graphic design for business cards, websites. I want to go into websites.
Gotcha. Do you do animation? Because that's what I need.
That's what I'm curious about it, but it's not there yet. What I want to do is definitely websites. And, maybe even
you know technology. How to create websites? Because I need one.
I've started. Didn't finish that yet.
Okay.
But time and life happens. So
yes. Well, I'm gonna need help with my website, so I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
And the heat transfers. I think that's that's like the easiest way for somebody to start a clothing line, and it's inexpensive, and they'll be able to make make some money.
Yeah, indeed.
That's what it's about. I'm just trying to help as many people as I can believe in themselves, that they could be business owners, they could be entrepreneurs, they could do anything they want. I've helped people in the past become editors, do their own talk show, cooking show. And now I want to show people how to do their own podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Do your own podcast. Do your own magazines and stuff like that. I want everybody to be self-sufficient, not rely on other people, not be scammed, not pay a whole bunch of money to do things that you could do yourself. That's what I want to do. I just want to build one another up, not tear each other down. And I want to dedicate this show to my mom. Get well, Mom. I love you. And I want to dedicate this show to Hot Granny's mother, who just passed away. And I just want people to just appreciate life, like I said in the beginning, because tomorrow's not promised. You get 24 hours. Make the most of those 24 hours. Lance, where can they reach you on social media?
Oof, I'm staying in the shadows.
Okay, he's staying in the shadows. So if you want to get to him, you got to hit me up, I guess, if you need some stuff done before he retires. But we're not going to let him retire. He got to teach me first, and then he could retire.
Indeed, the worst thing that could happen to me now is for me to get a flood of customers. Is a call on my phone again and making me, no, that's okay. And, to add to that, Peter Banner also has the same sentiment. His store, he hides in the basement of the people that do the tailoring, an African tailor shop.
Oh, I thought he left it.
He did. But when I found him, that's where he was. And I asked him, dude, you're so famous and popular. Why? What happened? Why don't you have a storefront? He's like, no, me getting more customers is the worst. Is the worst thing to happen.
Okay, well, we're not going to get you new customers, but you got an old customer in me, so I'm going to come in there and get my new gear made for Code 31 Media. Code 31 Media, Code 31 Apparel, and EPA. You know what I'm saying? And now the podcast. Let's get it. So I want to thank everybody. Y'all go on madcloud.com and get the first and second issue. We working on part 2 of the TikTok edition. Only on S.STREET Media on YouTube. It's Coach D. Oh, shoot, I did not do my intro like I normally do. So I'm going to do it on the end and say, it's Code 31. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Shout out to Math and S.STREET Media. It's Coach D and it's Code 31. Y'all have a good night.
All right.